Hello, beginner students. Welcome again to my home. We're going to be working a little bit today on some hand and arm motions. So make sure that you're in a good spot of your house where you've got plenty of room around you, that you can reach out to either side, so that you can have your arms overhead without knocking into any low-hanging lamps or ceiling fans or anything. And I just realized okay, I'm tall enough that me running into a ceiling fan is a danger, but hopefully you don't have that same issue as I do, so that won't even be a concern. We're gonna start with a quick warm up. So we're gonna take a deep breath, inhale. We're inflating that stomach out as we breathe in. And exhale, we're going to squeeze the abs all the way in, pulling that belly button into our spine. Deep breath, inhale, inflating out. Good, and exhale, we're going to twist nice and gentle, just the upper body to the corner. And back to center, inhale. And exhaling to the other side. Good, one more time, back to center, inhale, and exhale, squeezing the abs in. Good, reaching one arm over, and to the other side. Good, and to the corner, and other side. Out to either wall, and exhaling all the way down, relaxing the arms, relaxing the head and neck, and bend the knees until you can feel the stretch in your back, and gently shake the head yes and no, nice and soft. And roll up. Big shoulders up and back and down. And we're going to alternate forward. And reverse. Up into temple, so palms are together. We're just going to relax our head onto the side of our arm, and then lower our hands until you feel the stretch down the side of your neck. Good, and lifting your hands to gently lift the head. We're switching to the other side. Again, lowering the hands to feel the stretch down the side of your neck. Good. Lifting the hands again, we're going to reach up to the ceiling, all the way through the fingertips, and switch. Again, reach, and switch, and one more time. Good, we're going to get the right arm across. And reaching back. Other side. And across. Good. Shake that out for a second. So we're going to start today with some traditional style, cabaret style hand circles. We're going to get our elbows right into our sides. They're nice and stable. We're going to make both of our hands into a nice soft fist, and we're going to circle around towards each other. So I'm pointing down, then together, and then away, right? I always like to say that I like to imagine that I'm getting a scoop of ice cream. So make sure you're getting a good scoop of ice cream. We don't want to push the ice cream away. We want to isolated in the wrist, so I'm not moving my forearms. Okay, it's isolated just in that hand. Good, so I'm gonna add my fingers to this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start open to the floor. So I'm nice and relaxed. I'm not flexed all the way out or reaching or extending my fingers. I'm a relaxed hand. My palms are to the floor. And I'm gonna start circling in. And when I do that, I'm gonna start closing my hand, starting with my pinky, one finger at a time, just like the petals of a flower, back into my nice soft fist. Okay, so again, I'm open to the floor, nice and relaxed. And we're gonna circle in, closing fingers one at a time, starting with the pinky, grabbing that ice cream scoop. Good. And we're going to release our elbows, trying to still keep that motion isolated in our hands. Good. We're going to reach up the sides. We're going to reach all the way up. And we're going to reach both arms down the front and back down to our hips. Good, and a couple of things to think about while we're doing this, okay? If I raise my arms overhead and I can see them in my field of vision, this is where they are. Okay, so two things. One, my arms are not straight. Two, my arms are completely blocking my face, right? Not a great situation to be in when you're performing. So what we're going to make sure that we do is we're going to pull our elbows behind our field of vision, okay? So I can no longer see my elbow out of the side of my eye. That's how we make sure that we have a nice straight vertical arm, okay? Very important. The other thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to keep thinking about maintaining that drop in our shoulders. So even though I'm reaching my arms overhead, I'm not hunching, right? I'm not pulling my arm into my ear. I'm keeping my shoulders down, which is going to help keep that chest open, okay? So as I lift up the sides, I'm keeping my shoulders back. And as I reach overhead, I'm keeping my elbows pulled back and my shoulders pulled down. Okay? And then same thing, when I bring both my arms down the front, I'm not reaching as far forward as I can. I'm keeping those shoulders back and down. Okay, so if I'm reaching forward, my hands come and block my chest, right? If I pull my shoulders back, I maintain this nice open chest posture, okay? So even though I'm reaching forward, I'm keeping my shoulders back and down. Try that again with our hand circles. We're going to try to keep those couple of things in mind. We're going to try to keep those elbows pulled back behind our field of vision, and we're going to try to keep those shoulders back and down the entire time. Okay? So nice strong posture. Our chest is lifted, our shoulders are back and down. We get those hand circles going. Good. I'm going to reach up the sides. Keeping the shoulders down, reaching up overhead. Elbows are pulled back. Good. Both arms down the front. Shoulders are down, chest is open. And back down to the hip. Again, reaching up the sides. Coming all the way up. Good. Both arms down the front, shoulders are back. All the way down to the hip. Good, let's shake that out for a second. All right, so that's our nice, smooth, soft, flowy Cabaret Style hand circle, right? right? The goal here being to have no real start or stop to this motion, okay? The other thing we'll work on today for our arms is our snake arm, okay? So I'm gonna start with just my right arm. We're gonna lift with our shoulder, lift with our elbow, lift with our wrist, and then we're gonna let it fall like it's a piece of silk. So shoulder, elbow, wrist, and fall. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, and fall. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, and fall. One more time, shoulder, elbow, wrist, and fall. Good. Same thing on the other side. Lifting with the shoulder, lifting with the elbow, lifting with the wrist, and then letting it fall just like a piece of silk. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, and fall. 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 And one more time. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, and fall. Good. Check it out for a second. All right. So, a couple of things we want to keep in mind while we're doing that. One is I'm not reaching back or forward with my arm. I'm trying to keep it nice and straight vertical out to the side, okay? The other is that I'm trying to get that full extension of my arm. So I'm not reaching in, okay? We don't want to be like mid-chicken dance, okay? We want to be reaching all the way out to our invisible wall that we're slowly painting up and down with our fingers to get that full extension of the arm, okay? So fully extending to that invisible wall next to you, trying to keep it nice and vertical, so I'm not pulling my elbow forward or back. Good. Excellent. So we're going to try joining up both sides, okay? As we're just starting out, we're only going to focus on the arm that's lifting, okay? We're going to let that fall happen by itself for now, all right? As we get more comfortable with the motion, we can start focusing on controlling that fall. But for now, as beginners just starting out, we're going to really just focus on that lift, okay? So starting with our right arm, we're lifting shoulder, elbow, wrist, left arm, shoulder, elbow, wrist, right arm, shoulder, elbow, wrist, left arm, shoulder, elbow, wrist. Good. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, shoulder, elbow, wrist. Getting that full extension out to the side, reaching for that invisible wall. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, shoulder, elbow, wrist. One more time. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, and shoulder, elbow, wrist. Good. Shake it out. All right. So that's our basic snake arm. All right. Give yourself some time with it. It's definitely a tricky move. It takes some time to get a handle on, so be patient with yourself. The other thing is that you will definitely notice whichever hand is your dominant hand, whether you're right-handed or left-handed, that one's going to be a little bit easier to control. So as you're practicing, do those single arm motions to get that muscle memory in, okay? And do twice as many on your non-dominant hand as you would on your dominant hand, okay? Try to catch that slower arm up to the speed of your stronger arm, okay? That's what's going to help give a nice smooth snake arm as we keep working, okay? So we're going to reach across. We're just going to do a quick stretch of the arms here again. And reaching back. Other side. other side. And to the corner. And other side. Good. Reaching out to flat back. And coming all the way down, just letting those arms relax and hang. Relaxing the head and neck. Good. And roll up. Nice big shoulders up and back and down. And alternate forward. Inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale. All right, thank you very much, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. We'll be doing more videos. We'll do some chest work, we'll do some more hip work, and we'll get those bodies moving, okay? I hope you are well. I hope your families are well. Please stay safe out there. Thank you very much, and hope to see you soon.